Hey, hi, hello, boys and girls, cats and squirrels, and all other configurations of being. It's your girl Jazzy coming to you live through the power of the internet. JK, I am not Boogie2988. I'm a big fan though. Guys, so today I thought that I would bring you guys a little story time. I don't think I've ever done this on my channel. I mean, I guess you could argue that story times are kind of similar to honest conversations or whatever, or even vlogs, because I usually talk about my life and everything. So maybe it's not really that different, but we're just gonna say it's different just for the sake of it. But guys, I thought it would be fun or interesting or something to tell you guys about like one of my most embarrassing moments. And I consider it really embarrassing just because of the fact that it's like, well, you guys will understand when I tell you. So to get this story time off to a start. So for those of you who do not know me personally, because you wouldn't know if you didn't know me personally, back in the day, and when I say back in the day, I mean like starting in 2015 up until about November of 2016, I was going to school. I was going to a school called Expression College. The location I went to was in Emeryville, and I was going for animation. It was a cool school. It was a struggle going there, and I mean, I unfortunately, for a lot of different reasons, some of which just being very overwhelmed mentally, and the school being taken over by another institute and totally screwing things up. I unfortunately didn't finish, but during the time I was there, I learned a bunch of cool things, got to meet a bunch of cool people, and, you know, have new acquaintances since I didn't really make any friends, and, it was an all-around good time, but something really embarrassing that happened while I was going to school is for one of my, well, not for one, I actually had him for 2 semesters, but, you know, when you're an animation student, you do still have to take art classes. So I did have to take 2 art classes. One was more, you know, pencil and paper based. The other one was more painting based. And so we had to do that. And I had a really cool dude for a teacher. His name's Bill. Bill is this surly old white guy with like long white hair, and like he's a character. Like he's a character, and he's like no holds bars. Like if your art or what you're presenting in front of him sucks, he's gonna tell you that it sucks and that you need work, and you need to work a little harder. So, but no, guys, I know what you're thinking. No, it doesn't involve me being told that something sucked. I actually did pretty well in his class, and more than once, thankfully, he was like, I'm impressed by what I'm seeing. I'm like, yes, Papa bless. But the embarrassing thing that happened is, and again, it's so like small, and nothing really actually came of it or happened, but it was still just like, I can't believe. So guys, so what's going on is so for both of my classes, we had a final project we had to do. And for both the pencil paper one and the paint one, we had to do a recreation of, you know, an artist that we like one of their pieces of work. I'm a really huge fan of an artist, a painter, excuse me, named Natalia Fabia. She is amazing. She has such, like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, she does, like, these beautiful, like, portraits and, like, pictures of, like, alternative, like, women. And as you guys know, like, I have tattoos and piercings and stuff, and granted, I dress I'm a little bit more conservative nowadays, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but, you know, like, at one point was considered very alternative, so I was immediately drawn to her work, and I did my initial final that I did for the first class, I did a pencil drawing of one of her paintings. I can't remember the name of the painting off the top of my head, and I don't know if I could maybe insert a picture of it here. If I can, I will. We'll see if I can make the editing work. But it turned out really good. And I had actually posted that on Instagram, and Natalia Fabia liked it, and she also commented. It was just, you know, a simple comment. It was like a thumbs up, and it was like, cool or something like that. And it was just really cool, and I was super excited because like that, I'm not used to like you know, putting myself out there and getting recognition, you know. So it was something I wanted to share with Bill, because Bill actually knows Natalia, and some of the models that we had come to our classes that we would you know, do figure drawing of them, nude figure drawing, but so I was really stoked, and so I was like, I took screenshots of her like liking and commenting, and I wanted to show Bill, and so I show Bill, I'm like, dude, check this out, it's so cool. And we're in the middle of class, and this is the second, you know, the second class. This is after the fact, but I'm showing him, and he takes my phone, and he's looking at the different ones, and for some reason he starts going like through my pictures, which is interesting, and like he saw an older picture of me, and he's like, oh, who's that? Because I looked a little different, like it was, you could still tell it was me, but it wasn't. But then he's scrolling through my pictures, and I'm like, oh my god, he's gonna see. Now guys, he didn't see like a really dirty picture or anything like that. He just so happened to see a picture where one day I was just feeling really good about my body, which is saying a lot because I don't feel like that a lot or often. And it was a picture I took of me, like, you know, facing the mirror like this, and I'm looking good in my sweater and my underwear, and I was like, yeah, I'm feeling myself, I take a picture. He definitely saw that picture and definitely scrolled back as fast as he could. And I was like, there was no acknowledgement or anything, but it was just one of those things where it was like, he totally saw that picture. So, and I was mortified. And of course, I didn't say anything because like, we're in class, like I'm not gonna say anything, he's not gonna say anything, it's just weird. It's like, bro, you don't need to see. So moral of the story, kids, don't let your teachers or anything, I guess I should say your professors, don't let your professors like look through your phone. Or if you're gonna show them pictures and you don't want them scrolling, hold it. Don't let them hold it, because if you know, take pictures of yourself one day when you're feeling yourself and then they see it, it's just like now it's weird. You can't talk to them or look them in the eye. So yeah, I was pretty embarrassed, and it wasn't even a big thing. It was just like a quick little, and then never mentioned, never anything. But out of all the people, which actually, now that I think about it, I never wanted anyone to see that picture. Of all the people that could have seen that picture, I don't know why it had to be my professor. Bill, I hope you're doing good, man. You're welcome. Oh, and guys, I will, you know, preface this because I know that there's some people that might watch this that know me, like, from church and everything. Like, guys, I am going to point out that when I was going to school, I was not following Christ at the time. I was, you know, very angry with the church and everything. So, it made total sense to me that it'd be okay for me to take a picture of me in my underwear, basically. And actually, in reality, there's really nothing wrong with that, as long as you're not, you know, doing anything wrong with it, you know what I mean? So yeah, so that's a little story time. This probably is like the least exciting story time of anybody that anyone has ever posted on the internet, but you know what? It's mine, and I was quite embarrassed. Very embarrassed. I'm getting embarrassed thinking about it. Oh gosh. But guys, that is my story time on one of my most embarrassing moments. I probably could have thought of one that was more embarrassing, but this one just like popped in my head. It was like, oh yeah, the time my teacher saw me in my underwear. You know, good times, good times. Oh gosh, guys, if you relate, if you have had really embarrassing moments, give this video a thumbs up. If you want to talk about your most embarrassing moments, I would love to have a conversation. Please leave your comments, questions, concerns in the comment section down below. Tell your friends about me, tell them they should subscribe. And guys, have a wonderful day. I love your faces, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.